So today I'm going to talk about Ketu in the seventh house and how Ketu is bringing past life connection into your life. Wherever Ketu is placed in your horoscope, there can be an past life connect with that house person or the karaka of that house. As you see in this chart, there is Scorpio rising and Rahu is placed in the ascendant and Ketu is placed in the seventh house. Moon is placed in the 5th house and Venus is placed in the 11th house. Mercury, Mars, Jupiter and Sun are placed in the 12th house in the sign of Libra. Now this native ran Ketu Dasha from the age of 19 to 26. Ketu is in the 7th house of relationship, marriage partner, spouse and husband or wife as the case may be. This chart is the chart of a male. So here the 7th house will refer to the wife. What happened is, as soon as the Ketu Dasha started, this person met a girl in his college and got into a relationship. This happened specifically in Ketu Venus period. Because the first sub period in Ketu Dasha is Ketu and then the next period is Ketu Venus. As you can see, Ketu and Venus are trying to each other. We must never forget that whenever planets are placed in trine to Rahu and Ketu, Ketu and Rahu will influence those planets and those planets will also influence Ketu and Rahu. Rahu and Ketu are very similar to Jupiter's aspects where they have the 5th and 9th aspect. So Ketu is also in the sign of Venus here, but it is also aspecting Venus here. Ketu has trining Venus here. Trinal aspect from the 7th house is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Ketu has an aspect of Venus. Hence in the Ketu Venus period, the native got into a relationship and the entire Ketu Dasha was about this relationship for this native, and finally he also got married to the same girl in the Venus Mahadasha. As you can also see, for Scorpio ascendant, Ketu in the 7th house will not only bring past life connection to the spouse, not because Ketu is alone in the 7th house, but also because the 7th lord is also the 12th lord for these natives. The 12th house is the house of past life, your immediate last birth. Or we can even say immediate 2 to 3 lifetimes are seen in your 12th house. And from the 12th house you take birth in the 1st house. So Ketu is not only in the 7th house, but its dispositor Venus, which is ruling the wife, is also ruling the 12th house. That is why Ketu, as soon as it started the Dasha, it brought the past life connection, and hence Ketu is can be called as a significator of past lives. Whether the marriage will succeed or not is another thing, but Ketu does bring in past life connection. And one more thing is, during that time Ketu was transiting Taurus. It had just finished its transit in Taurus. So these people were in the same campus, but they did not meet each other when Ketu was in 7th in the transit. Rather, they met when Ketu moved to the 6th house. But this is nothing but Ketu in the 7th has already arranged the meeting. But the meeting is happening after Ketu Dasha started. So the transits can also bring people, especially if the transit and the Dasha are the same. Ketu transit and Ketu Dasha both were happening in the 7th house. So an year earlier these people joined the college, but they met in the 2nd year when Ketu Dasha started. But when Ketu was transiting 7th house, they were already in the same campus, but they didn't meet. So Ketu is already denoting circumstances there. So when Ketu Dasha started and Ketu Venus period came, these people met and they got into the relationship. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will connect you in another video. Thank you.